I've been bidding on a lot of games on eBay, so I'm trying to snipe some good stuff. I almost picked up Sunset Riders for SNES for I think it was like $40, but someone got me right at the last 5 seconds, and I was pretty pissed. But I did end up getting a couple others that I wanted. But
I'd imagine the collector market is quite hot with since COVID, with like a lot of people just spending more time inside looking at what they have, and also
it's
being
pretty ass.
I can vouch for that.
what's
Yeah,
ass
it's
like the
like
market's ass.
yeah, like there's games out there that are, you know, like normally, 40, $50 that are like 80 and $90 now, or, trash games that, that you would have picked up for, you know, maybe even $15. Like somebody will mark them rare, and I don't know if it's people just trying to like cash in on the market as well, but they'll list them as rare and they'll sell for all these crazy amounts on eBay and stuff. It's just like, uh, it almost makes it not any fun.
Uh,
Hmm.
It hasn't been fun for a long.
That's also true.
Yeah, they're really preying on people who don't know much about the game, so they just say, "Oh, this is rare," and then a bunch of people buy into it, and it drives the price up.
I feel like the retro scene is going through what I experienced with the Star Wars scene. So I got into Star Wars in the late 90s, and that's when it was kind of going through like that renaissance. And there was some good collecting to be had. And then the prequel trilogy came out, and they knew there was a collector market. So they were like, you could buy also. I remember I went to see The Phantom Menace, and they upsold me on this like $30 book. I was like, oh, this thing's gonna be worth so much in so many years, and I bought it. It's like an art book that you got at the theater. Actually, I think I sold it. So
Terrible
all
memory.
of that stuff was like I had a there was also like a run from like Pepsi 7 Up that had like the Star Wars character. You could get up to 24 characters. So I kept empty Pepsi cans for like 10 years, and like everybody did that. Anyone who was a Star Wars fan like hoarded all that stuff. So it was never
I
worth
remember
anything.
those.
Yeah. So finally, I think maybe like 5, 10 years ago, I'm just like, this stuff is all worthless. It's just in my closet doing nothing. I just sold everything, then I bought video games with it.
If you would have waited and sold them now, I'm sure you could have cashed in on some good stuff. Like it's so weird too, like, watching other markets get influenced by this. Like my buddy picked up this, it was like a GoPro snapback hat, and nor him or nor I could figure out why it was like selling for money. Like he saw like two or three auctions where it sold. So we bought it at a Goodwill for $3 and sold it for 70
What?
bucks.
Man,
And there's like no rhyme or reason to anything. I'm telling you, it's madness.
It's
but it, yeah,
it's weird.
Well, the Star Wars stuff has been on a rise because Mandalorian made the series actually good again.
that's true.
But then that must be very
Popularity of it.
specific. Like I imagine any of the sequel trilogy things will be worthless.
Yeah, I don't ever see those going up, but even old prequel stuff has actually started to go back up. Not huge, but it has started to spike back up.
Because that
it's just
audience is now at the
nostalgia.
age.
Yeah.
So, see, I lived through that whole prequel hate, and I have to admit, I didn't necessarily love it, but with all of the TV series that came out, the Clone Wars, the Rebels, all that, it really created more value, I think, in the story of the prequels, and I think I'll tie that to the nostalgia. You're right. But that ship has sailed. I no longer have any prequel Star Wars things. I even had some like really cool vinyls which I sold, which I regret because now I got the Hollow Knight vinyl. I'm like, I had the original Star Wars soundtrack and the Empire Strikes Back vinyls.
Nice.
Well, there's a collector out there who's happier with it.
Hmm.
Probably a thousandaire.
Yeah.